What's up, guys? Jade's Corner back here again for a new Teen Wolf tier ranking video. If you guys saw my last two videos, you know I already ranked Teen Wolf Season 1 and Season 2. We'll leave those on screen just in case you want to see those videos right here. But yeah, today we're going to be moving on to my favorite season. Finally, can't wait to talk about this season today. And that is Teen Wolf Season 3 Part 1 and Part 2. Today we're obviously going to be starting with Part 1. So if you guys are excited for today's video, make sure you leave a like. Helps this video do better in the YouTube algorithm, getting out to more people who might be new to the channel and more potential Teen Wolf fans, new and old. Also, comment down below your thoughts in the comment section, your thoughts on this list, and if you want to, you can provide your own list in the comments down below on how you rank these characters. This video is subjective, so my opinions might not go along with your opinions, and as long as we have that understanding, we should be good to go. Also, subscribe to the channel. We are trying to reach 8,000 subscribers. We're very close to approaching 7,300 subs, so we're almost 700 subscribers away from 8,000. We're trying to reach that goal by August, so if you guys can help us reach that goal, that'd be greatly appreciated. Yearly goal is 10,000 subscribers. I know we can hit that goal, so help us. That would, yeah, be greatly appreciated. But other than that, let's get into the tier ranking, shall we? So first, I did the same thing I did with the last tier ranking. I had put all the characters in order from most important to the least important in terms of like relevance to the plot. So yeah, first we have Scott McCall in Season 3. And yeah, Scott in Season 3 is going to go in A. So Scott McCall in Season 3 is where I really started to like the character a lot. Like, this is when I really started to like Scott. Scott in this season's fantastic. From his journey from episode 1 all the way until episode 12 is great. The fact that he took time over like the 4-month time skip to really improve himself on an overall basis in terms of like everything, and just improve as a character overall, I really can appreciate that. It was very good character development for Scott, much needed character development. Of course, this is the season where he gets the tattoo for the first time, and you already know, Scott McCall forever. Got the Scott McCall tat last year, but yeah. Yeah, Scott is just, this season, he's great. The transition to him for being a true alpha, in my opinion, it was built up throughout the season really well. But I do think true alpha is an ass pull, because if Scott was really destined to be a true alpha, Jeff would have came up with it in Season 1. But it was very clear they were making up stuff on the fly as they go by the seasons, instead of just clearly setting out a roadmap of where they wanted Scott to go, which is why I've always been a proponent of True Alpha werewolves being an ass pull, because they are. Like, it literally came out of nowhere, although the build up for them was pretty good. So yeah, in my opinion, True Alphas are literally just there to be a scapegoat for Scott not having to kill anyone, because they didn't want Scott killing anyone. They wanted Scott to be different than other alphas, since he has, you know, a moral code where he doesn't kill unless he absolutely has to. So that's the primary reason, in my opinion, for why they came up with a True Alpha werewolves. But yeah, Scott, this season, I love Tyler Posey's performance as Scott. I think this is where his acting started to get really good. And yeah, he didn't get carried by Dylan O'Brien for once, which is a plus as well. So yeah, Scott goes in A. Next is Allison Argent. This is my favorite Allison Argent of all time. A lot of you guys already know. I've talked about Season 3 Allison for years. Allison this season being my absolute favorite iteration of the character. It was just something about, I don't know, Crystal Reed's acting and just the way she portrayed Allison this season, and just the writing for her character, it like greatly improved from Seasons 1 and 2, and it made Allison even more likable than she was before. Even though I know some people, including some YouTube friends of mine such as Croheezy, don't really like Allison that much, I'm a big Allison fan, and I'm glad they finally pushed her to, you know, becoming a really good character in this season as well. And it's Crystal Reed, come on now. I think Allison might get put up in A just because y'all know Crystal Reed's like my second favorite female celebrity crush of all time. For those of you who don't know what number one is Emma Roberts, of course. So yeah, Allison's definitely A for season 2. Styles, again, with the last 2 rankings, somehow Dylan O'Brien gets better playing the character every single season. I don't know what it is, but yeah, season 3 Styles, iconic. Everybody who has ever seen the show has literally at one point or another on YouTube talked about just how iconic Styles is from this season alone. Styles has some of his funniest and most iconic and memorable scenes from season 3 part 1. Some of the most memorable and iconic, like instantly recognizable scenes in the entire series are from this season. So yeah, Dylan O'Brien style is still goated. Placement's probably not going to change for the rest of these videos, to be honest. Except maybe one season, because there was one season where I wasn't really that high on Styles, but other than that, he's staying in the top spot. My favorite character in all of Teen Wolf. Derek, season 3, A. I would put him above, would I put Derek above? I'll put Derek above Allison, and I put him above Scott. Derek this season went through a very, very interesting character arc where in the beginning, he kind of still cared about power, but towards the end, he had to learn to give up that power to really put forward the things he truly cares about. And I'd say that's a really good character arc because season 2, Derek was very obsessed with gaining power. And you can understand why. It's probably because Derek knew in the back of his head, because he was a Hale that became an alpha, the alpha pack would eventually come for him. So that's probably why he started building his pack in the first place. I can make a separate video talking about that as like a theory sort of thing. But yeah, Derek this season is great. Only thing I wasn't a fan of was his relationship with Jennifer Blake. I think Derek simped way too hard for Jennifer for no reason when he didn't even know her for that long and they were like simping over each other. I was like, okay, this is a badly written relationship. This needs some work. But yeah, other than that, Derek still goated, still one of the best characters in the whole series this season. Lydia has improved finally from a C to a B. Lydia is not at the point where, this is where I start to like her, but she's not there yet to where I would put Lydia in A. I would say like A and B Lydia for like maybe season 5 and 6. I was debating on season 4, but I'm like, is Lydia realistically an A in season 4? I think she's still a B. But I think A tier Lydia is safe for season 5 and 6. But Lydia, she greatly improves. Like, she's no longer really a mean girl. That whole personality and arc is gone. Like, they completely decide to get rid of it. And it makes Lydia a much, much more likable and interesting character because they finally got rid of the whole damn mean girl stuff that I just wasn't a fan of. And Lydia becomes a more complex character this season 2. The fact that she's very independent, she's not afraid to show her intelligence, whereas like in season 1 and 2 she was kind of shunned for showing her intelligence because she was just supposed to be the dumb mean girl, cute girlfriend of Jackson. But I think because Jackson left, it actually helped improve Lydia a lot as a character. So yeah, Lydia is in B. Isaac, A. I put Isaac below Scott. Isaac, still great this season. It was awesome to see Daniel Sharman come back. He doesn't really get that much to do this season as he does in season 2, but he's still pretty relevant to the plot. He's very important to the plot in the first like 2 to 3 episodes. So yeah, I'm glad they made Isaac kind of the focal point of the beginning of the season because he was literally the most important thing to the first 3 episodes as mentioned before. But yeah, man, Daniel Sharman's performance, in my opinion, is better this season than it is in season 2. And Isaac continues, just like Lydia, to improve as a character, and I just like watching Isaac on screen. I think Daniel Sharman, again, knocks it out the park. And yeah, that's Isaac for me. Boyd. Oh my God. I told y'all in the last video, when I get to Boyd in season 3, I'm going to be very upset. I think they should have kept Boyd alive, but I understand why they killed him. Because in my opinion, they could have killed either Isaac or Boyd, But it was pretty clear by the middle of season 3 that Isaac was the more important member of the cast and more important member of Derek's pack than Boyd was. So I understand why they killed him off. But man, oh man, Boyd in this season is way better than he was in season 2. I would put Boyd above Lydia this season. I very much enjoyed Boyd. I know a lot of people don't really like Boyd's character. I think I got a comment in my last video saying that Boyd should have been a D realistically. That's just not how I see Boyd. Maybe I'm giving Boyd a couple of extra points because he's like one of the few like werewolves that isn't white, and he's like an African American werewolf, so that's probably why. But yeah, man, Boyd, his death was one of the more disappointing ones because I was really like, I wanted his character to stay alive, but it's neither here nor there. He's in B. Peter, A. I'll put Peter. Peter this season, absolute scene stealer, has some great one-liners, has some great banter with Styles, like some really funny banter with Styles. I actually think this season was the basis for that Styles and Peter episode we got in season 6, Radio Silence, because Ian Bohen and Dylan O'Brien have really good chemistry, which is, and now I kind of see why they put those two together to have like an episode focused around them in the final season. I think that was a great idea because that episode was really good too. But yeah, man, Peter, it's the same old Peter. He's back to his season 1 self. Season 2, I think I had Peter in B because he wasn't in it for the majority of the season. He was only in it for the last like couple of episodes after he came back to life. And I just felt like Peter needed to be there more for him to really go back to his A spot. But season 3, he's in season 3 quite a bit. So, or at least season 3 part 1 quite a bit. So yeah, Peter definitely, he regained his placement in A. We have a new member of the cast, Cora Hale. I'm going to put Cora in C. Oh, yeah, I forgot. C is for mid-tier. Mid, yep. Yeah, Cora is very mid. I'm very hit or miss on Cora. I know a lot of people either love Cora or don't like Cora. Funny story, I mentioned this a couple of times. Probably, I was supposed to make a video on this a few weeks ago about how Malia got created, but if you know your Teen Wolf history and you're not just a casual and you actually look into the backstory of like everything that's gone on with like behind the scenes of Teen Wolf, you know that Styles' first girlfriend was supposed to be Cora, and Dylan O'Brien's character and Adeline Cade's character, they were supposed to date in season 3 part 2 and possibly season 4 as well. It would have been the same storyline that Styles had in season 3 and 4, just with her instead of Malia. But because the actress who played Cora got casted onto the CW series Reign, she couldn't return for Teen Wolf, due to, other commitments. So they had to come up with a brand new character in order to fill in that storyline for Styles. And that's how Jeff Davis came up with Malia. So yeah, if Cora stayed, it's very possible Malia wouldn't even exist in Teen Wolf at all. And in my opinion, I think it would have been more interesting to see Cora and Styles date than Styles and Malia date. That's just me, but it's neither here nor there. Overall, though, I think Cora's kind of mid. She's okay in the season. She's not really that great, in my opinion. But yeah, she's just mid. Sheriff Stilinski, I'm going to put him... I'm going to put him in A. Thoughts have not changed on him. Thoughts are still staying the same with him and all the other parents. Like Melissa A, Chris A. Deaton is still a B. I think I'm going to keep Deaton as a B because he doesn't really ever improve. He remains practically the same. He's just there to fill in a specific role for Scott and his pack. Like, he's just there as the information guy, in my opinion, and I feel like Deaton could do a lot more. Although he does do some other things this season, which you could appreciate. I think Deaton still honestly remains a B. Coach Finstock, A. That's not changing. Now, for the villains of the season, Khylin is going in the top of A, right below Styles. I very much enjoy Khylin. He's probably one of the most interesting characters to have ever been a part of the series. Not just villains, literally characters in general. His backstory is very, very sad because all he just wanted was peace and equality between werewolves and humans, and he just wanted, it's kind of like the whole racism argument, like with wanting peace and equality between not just black people and white people, but all other races, to just see each other as human beings rather than just looking at color and just being like, oh, there's a black guy, there's a white guy. Like, bro, we all bleed red, we all had the same internal organs, all our bodily functions work the same. We just have a different pigment. We just have a different pigment of skin. That's literally the only difference. Other than that, we're all still human. So, in my opinion, that whole thing about African American race or black people, Caucasian, it's freaking stupid. Like, can we all just refer to each other as just human beings, because that's what we all are? But I'm probably in the minority with that mindset, but that's just me. But Deucalion, really good villain. Full power Deucalion, y'all know that whole short-lived scene, although I wish it was longer, was some of the most badass shit in the entire series. But yeah, Deucalion goes an A. I really like Deucalion, really like his actor. Gideon Emery plays the character really well. He's just one of those characters like Jackson and Isaac, where in like styles, where if you casted another actor, it probably wouldn't be portrayed as well. So yeah, Kali, I'm gonna give Kali an A. I'm gonna put her right there. Kali was my second favorite member of the Alpha Pack because she was very unique and she was very powerful, and she was a well-written female character who very much demanded the presence of the viewer every time she was on screen. And she wasn't written to be annoying. And she wasn't written as like somebody who, I don't know, puts down men for her own personal gain and her own self-esteem. Kind of like a lot of strong female characters are written today, the MCU. So yeah, I can appreciate Kali for that. Also, she's just very cool. Like, she's the only werewolf who has toenail claws on her feet, which is very unique to her specifically, so that gives her a couple of points too. And I just like the way she's portrayed by Felicia Terrell. I think the actress does a very good job at making Kali menacing. And yeah, she definitely, like by like halfway through the season, you can definitely tell she earns her place as the second in command of the Alpha Pack for a very good reason. So yeah, Kali definitely goes an A. Ennis, I'm gonna give Ennis a D. Ennis is my least favorite member of the Alpha Pack. He was very mid, very much felt like he's more of there for, he's like he's definitely the muscle of the group. He's just a dumb werewolf, in my opinion, a brute, not that smart, just not a good character, and definitely the least interesting of the Alpha Pack. Ethan, I'm gonna put Ethan in B. Ethan was pretty good, in my opinion. Very, very fun character to watch. Very fun member of the Alpha Pack. And yeah, I don't really have that many other thoughts on Ethan. So yeah, Aiden, also gonna put in B. I like Ethan more than Aiden, although Aiden's cool too. But he's very much an ass. He very much fills the Jackson role this season. Aiden's a jerk. I'm not particularly fond of him. So yeah, Aiden goes in B. Miss Morel, still mid. She's still mid. Like, she's cool and all, but she's just not that interesting of a character. I'm sorry. Like, actually no, I would say Cora's better than Miss Morel. She's just not that interesting. Jennifer Blake, on the other hand, she's gonna go in A. What are my thoughts on Jennifer Blake? Very, very good villain. Very petty villain though, but it's understandable. But a very good villain nonetheless. Liked her actress and the way she portrayed the character. Another strong, great female character who was shafted and overshadowed by the Alpha Pack, in my opinion, because in my opinion the Alpha Pack were more interesting than the Duroc was. but the Rock would have been much better if she was the villain of her own separate season, where she wasn't overshadowed by the absolute powerhouse that was Khylin. So yeah, great villain, good character, not much more to say. Talia Hale, I'm gonna give her a B just because of her importance in this series, her importance to Derek and her importance to Peter. Oh shit, hold on. Okay, that's how it went. Never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna give her B because of her importance in the series. Paige, mid. Gerard going A. Danny, mid. Braden, also mid. Not that much of a fan. Lydia's mom, mid or below average. And then this guy who finally got killed off. It finally killed this guy off, bro. I was so happy when they did that, but he still goes in F. So yeah, we're gonna go through all the sections and rank them in the order of who I like in what specific tiers. So Styles, Khylin, Derek, Peter, Scott, Isaac, Allison, Sheriff Stilinski, that's McCall. Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay. Okay. Yep. That's the order. All right. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys leave a like. Make sure you guys comment down below your thoughts on this video and provide your own tier list down in the comment section below. I know I haven't been leaving the tiers or the links to the tiers to like the website, so you guys can do your own version of the tier list using this tier list that I set up in the links. I will leave the link definitely in this video before I put it out, and I'll go back and put the links in the description and in the comment section. I'll leave a pinned comment on those videos, including this one, with the link so you guys can do your own tier list. Also, subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so that you never miss a future upload from me. Don't forget to do that. That's very, very important, so that you never miss a future video whenever I put one out much like this. And yeah, I'm Jade's Quarter. Make sure you guys have a great rest of your day or night whenever you decide to watch this. And yeah, catch you guys in the next video. Deuces.